Good evening and welcome to the Poliscope on Dominion Television, the platform where Nigeria's political movement is examined beyond the headlines and into forces shaping tomorrow. As the countdown to 2027 quietly begins, the nation's political landscape is already in motion. Alliances are shifting, loyalties are being tested, and parties are taking stock of what worked, what failed, and what must change. So tonight, we turn our lens to one of Nigeria's most historic political platforms, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, a party once dominant, now in search of a renewed path back to national relevance and power. This is 2027 roadmap rewriting the PDP playbook for a return to power. Now, from its years as the ruling party at the federal level to its current role in opposition, the PDP's journey tells a broader story about Nigerian democracy itself, of power gained, power lost, and enduring struggle to remain relevant in a fast-changing political environment. Internal party reforms, leadership coercion, zoning debates, youth engagement, defections, and coalition talks are no longer behind closed doors. They are now central to public discourse. And for the PDP, the challenge is not just winning elections, but rebuilding public trust, reconnecting with grassroots structure, and presenting a clear national vision that speaks to the hopes of a new generation of voters. And to help us unpack this critical moment, we are joined in the studio this evening a PDP stalwart, Moyosore Oluwalamilekun, a PDP stalwart, as I said earlier, who will share his insight on party's internal dynamics, strategic directions, and what a realistic and credible roadmap to 2027 should look like in a political space shaped by competition from both long-standing rivals and emerging third forces in the Nigerian political ecosystem. Good evening once again. I have with me in the studio Moyosore Oluwalamilekun. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sampson. A beautiful evening to Nigerians watching us all over the world and the city of Ibadan, Oyo State. And congratulations to Oyo State celebrating.
Oyo State at 50. I must say that too. So. I think that Governor Seyi Makinde will actually be the only governor that witnessed the 50th of Oyo State being a state. No other governor will do that. Maybe we'll have someone that does 60th, 70th, but 50th actually belongs to Governor Seyi Makinde. So congratulations to you, Governor Seyi Makinde, on the anniversary. We've seen so many colorful performances out there today and since the anniversary started. So, Moyosore Oluwa, let's talk about the PDP. This is a party that has been strong, has been weak, and is going through what you call a rebuilding process at the national level at this time. What should a rebuilding process look like for a political party, especially for a party like PDP that ruled for 16 years, arguably the biggest political party in Africa at the point?
Thank you very much. For me, first is reconciliation. Because when there are issues, there is need for you to address the issue. You identify the issue and then you put in your effort to ensure that the issues are resolved after being identified. So at that moment, you put to run for a reconciliation process, genuinely. And when you go through a genuine process of reconciliation, and then it boils down to having a rebuilt party, the PDP. And you already know, Nigerians are aware that PDP governed Nigeria for 16 years. We know where we were then, and we know what is happening right now. And you and I know what the PDP has done. And I can tell you, the Nigerians are waiting for our party to ensure that we have free flow of issues, and then we are done with every court cases and the likes like that. And then we roll out whoever the candidates are, which we open up the avenue for southern stuff. So, and then whoever our candidate is, Nigerians are ready to go with it.
So from your vantage position as a member of the PDP, someone who has been, especially with the governor of Oyo State for some time,
Absolutely.
what position do you think the PDP are? What's the current position of the PDP in Nigeria as we speak? Are you regrouping, rebuilding, or you're still searching for direction?
You know, our party.
Because compared to the APC in Oyo State, they also had a fair share of the crisis.
You know,
and what we currently see in the APC is that they have been trying to go around to regroup, one way or the other. They have been trying to do that, even though it might look cosmetic to some people. That's why I'm asking you, what exactly is the
For
PDP
us
doing now?
in PDP, we are coordinated. And like I said, we have identified the issue. And so we are not regrouping, we are trying to resolve what the issue is. So after resolving the issue, I mean, we will be on a single page, and then we will let Nigerians know that yes, we are. So it's not a matter of we are well coordinated and we know what the issue is, which we have identified. So, and by the time we are done with all of this, and for us in Oyo State, we don't have any issue. So, and you are aware of the results from the court case from Anyawu and the court case, I mean, from the Turaki-led chairmanship. So we are waiting for the outcome of the court case from the HINEC. So by the time all of this come to the table, we believe that in fairness, the courts, they know what is right and they know what is wrong.
So what were the strategic and structural lessons your party, the PDP, took away from the 2023 general election till now?
Of course, you agree with me that the issue we had then in 2023 was that, look, we want to have a unified Nigeria. And we have 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. And we understand the fact that the PDP, what we represent is about the people interest, the ideology of the people. And so what the leadership of the party should have is what we want to represent. We want to let Nigerians know as we go into that election. And so, and the candidate then from the north, the DG from the north, the national chairman was from the north. And we have north, west, northeast, north central. The 3 positions are occupied by these 3 zones. So what happens to the southern positions? Southwest, south, and southeast. And that was the issue. That was the argument. That was what happened. I was okay, look, it is better. And Governor Makinde said, look, for him, it is better we have a fair play of we are going to the election. We want to have issue-free so that we can tell Nigerians that this is what we can do. This is the state of the party, the leadership of the party, and that's exactly what we want to do when we get to the power. We will have a unified Nigeria.
Did some members of your party deliberately sabotage the last election?
Of course, everybody, it was a mind game. And then everybody went to the direction that pleased them. And for instance, in Oyo State, PDP didn't win presidential election in Oyo State.
And you lost all senatorial seats.
And we lost, and we won some House of Reps. And so we identified that.
Some said the governor deliberately did that.
That's their own opinion. And for you, I mean, you know, the governor made a point, and he made that statement very clear.
Was there a bargain between the governor and the president? You leave this, I give you that.
You know, when the powerful people are discussing or they are having meetings, you may not know what
the discussion is about.
Discussion is all about. But the outcome of that discussion, maybe slightly, the outcome of that discussion, maybe slightly, came out from one of his chat recently, last year. And you also discovered that there was a meeting that he had with Mr. President recently, which he spoke after meeting Mr. President. He said to the president what
the meeting was about.
What it was all about. And, you know, for me, if it's about Nigerians, we should not play politics. It should be about how Nigerians will have a better governance, how Nigeria will be great, how Nigeria will move from poverty to prosperity, how Nigerians will be one of the leading country in Africa, competing with developed countries in Europe and Asia and the likes like that. So we should not play politics with Nigerians. And that's exactly one of the things he was saying. But he made that point that Mr. President or the federal government should ensure that the needful is being done. We should not do a kind of politics on party or bipartisan stuff and the likes like that.
So how important is, if the PDP has gone through this phase and is still going through a phase at this time, just to make sure that they go back to the PDP of old. Now, how important is zoning when it comes to a political party in Nigeria?
Of course, you know, you cannot say you want to exclude.
Is zoning constitutional?
You know, there are things that morally or in terms of understanding, carrying people along, it matters. And between you and I, we know the constitution is not made by the democratic government. And up to today, the National Assembly, who have been reviewing the constitution, they are still reviewing. And until they try to translate, they try to transcribe and interpret some technicality in this constitution. And for us, and for me, my opinion is everybody should be carried out. If zoning does not matter, why do we have south, southeast, southwest, north? Why do we have that?
Some will argue that competence is a lot better than zoning. If you are competent and you are from the south, nothing stops you from being the candidate.
Absolutely. Mr. President chose Shetima, a Muslim, as his running mate. He was not considering that, oh, maybe I'm supposed to pick a Christian to run with me. He is a Muslim, Shetima is a Muslim, but maybe in his mind, he chose competency, he chose energy, and he chose intellect. So
he also chose the number of votes he was going to get from that region.
From that region. So he was not minding religion. So I agree with you that competency and the interest or the outcome you're going to get from that particular zone. So, and the people went for it. Everybody voted. Despite the fact that it was a minority vote that he had. So for me, zoning is essential. It's not compulsory. But you know Nigerians, and you know, guess what? The northern part of Nigeria, they have a larger percentage of votes compared to the southern.
In terms of numbers.
In terms of numbers. So there is no way you will want to say, oh, they are not needed or their interests will not be protected. There's no way. And for anybody who wants to win any election in Nigeria, the northern part of Nigeria has to be included.
Just like the southwest.
Absolutely.
Usually, southwest is always the swing. Wherever the southwest swings to, that's where the vote goes to.
Yes.
Now, if we talk about zoning, how should the PDP handle zoning going into the 2027 general election?
Yes, and you know, the current government now is southern government, and that will run for 8 years.
8 years. And
so the PDP is not making any mistake down to zone into southern zone, so that if you make the deal, and then if you are the candidate, you go into that election, slug it out with the current government. So if you win the election, so be it. So in the next another 4 years, 2031, it's going to go to the north.
Do you think the PDP has lost ground going into the 2027 general election?
Lost ground. like I told you that I said, Nigerians are waiting. You could even see the handwriting everywhere. People cannot wait to unseat the present administration led by Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
That's the notion within the PDP.
Even now, Nigerians cannot wait.
So who are the Nigerians who cannot wait? Partisan politicians like you.
People like you and I are Nigerians. Apart from the fact that I'm a party person, there are a lot of people, categories of people who are out there representing Nigeria, who are waiting for the PDP, the alternative to the winning election in 2027. They cannot wait for PDP. Two reasons: they don't want the coalition. Even the other political party who are saying, oh, that Atiku went and, you know.
Members of your party are moving into the coalition, the ADC. And you say they don't want the coalition. So who are the people in the coalition?
For me.
Members of the PDP, APC.
I mean, there is freedom of movement. And you know, exits and there's entry.
So you mean some of them in the coalition are looking forward to going back to the PDP?
You will see what will happen by the time this court case is being resolved. And because the state of economy, insecurity, poverty, hunger, the hunger, even about Nigeria is tiring, is frustrating. Absolutely, it's frustrating. Today in Nigeria, power failure, the national grid has been falling for how many times? Even Mr. President fell when he traveled to Kenya about, was it not yesterday?
He wasn't the only one that fell. I'll give you instances.
This is not the first time.
I'll give you instances.
Guess what?
Joe Biden fell. Donald Trump fell. Peter Obi fell. We have seen so many people who fell. That was something that could have happened to anyone.
Did you see what the FG said about Mr. President falling their screen? They said it was the carpet that fell Mr. President. How? So, what is falling the national grid? As I'm speaking around, this station should be on generator. You know how much you are burning for diesel? Or if you're on solar or you are in inverter, you know how much you bought your batteries and other equipment.
Your party ruled for 16 years, spent $16 billion on electricity. Yet we are here.
Was power as worse then than now?
What's the difference? If your party couldn't fix it, so what's the difference?
The economy in our administration then, is it the same thing now? How much was dollar then? How much was rice then? How much was some other goods then? And now, what is the state of poverty rate then? And now,
yet
how much was fuel?
Fix poverty.
Look,
when the party couldn't fix security.
When Jonathan,
what we are saying now, the only difference is that you might not be able to judge the proportion. But the only difference is that you cannot judge the proportion. But under the administration of the PDP, we saw bombings, we saw kidnappings, right?
We're tackling it headlong.
Banditry.
And we're tackling it headlong.
Terrorism.
And APC came and
the electricity wasn't that good.
Now, APC came and promised Nigerians and said, look, within so time, we are going to end all these things.
Are you saying if your party is still in power, you would have fixed it?
Look, I can tell you that the state of insecurity in this nation, Nigeria, has been influenced by politicians, has been influenced by even government. What do we need? What does our Nigeria Army needs, Chief of Army Staff, Naval, what do they need that we do not have resources for? So what is happening?
We had it when your party was in power.
What is the proportion? What is the rate? Was the tension so level? There are insecurity. So, but we are managing it then. It's not as high as it is now.
A governor is the chief security officer in a state.
Absolutely.
Which is the responsibility of the governor to also look out
but the federal government
for the
controls
people of
the
the
security.
state.
The federal government controls the state. And if he says he is the one that transfer commissioner of police, he's not the one that transfer AIG.
A typical example, some states in the southwest created the Amotekun Corps.
Yeah.
Whom were meant to be at grassroots, local government level, especially the lesser cities.
Yes.
We now see Amotekun Corps at the city centers, in Ibadan, the urban areas. So what is their responsibility?
Okay, now
is that the responsibility of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Now let me tell you about Amotekun Corps now. For me, in the southwestern states, Oyo State remains or number one among the other southwest states whose Amotekun Corps are working effectively, and we are number one in the area of performance. Fine, you said Lake City. Go to anywhere in your state. Okeogun 1, Okeogun 2, Ibarapa, Oyo, Ogbomoso. Let's not talk about Ibadan. They want to go in Ibadan. All these places, go there. In fact, we can travel now after this session, and you will see them left and right on the road. They are not only, and guess what? Amotekun Corps in our state, they're about 2,000. Apart from the Rangers. Apart from them. So, and the governor is even planning to have more recruitment into that. They have adequate vehicles. And some other gadgets that they have apart from other agencies. So for us and for your state, Governor Makinde has invested so much in Amotekun Corps. And that's why travel at night, when the police has left the identity post at night, you will see Amotekun Corps. You will see them all over section, hotspot, and the likes like that.
That's a conversation we'll still have. But then, what should the PDP be looking at when it comes to selecting the next flag bearer for the party, especially in terms of leadership qualities?
In Oyo State, for us in Oyo State, I can say the governor or the government, they are in search for a people-oriented successor. An individual who understands the system of Governor Makinde, or an individual who will continue the system that Governor Makinde has put in place, the institution that Governor Makinde has put in place, the progress that Governor Makinde has put in place. Because any government that comes in after Governor Makinde and says 25th workers, your salary, it is not doable, you know that invariably that government cannot last 6 months. Because they will tell him that a governor has been here for good 8 years. On 23rd, we either get our alert, 24 or 25.
So let me ask you, Boyo Soluluwa. People have made payment of salaries.
Absolutely.
An achievement of Governor Seyi Makinde. I beg to disagree. And I will tell you why. If you pay on the 30th this month, and you pay 30th of next month, that makes it 30 days. There's no difference. If you pay 25th this month and pay 25th the next month, there's no difference.
You know,
that's 30 days.
Salary payment is not an
It's a responsibility of the government to pay salaries.
Absolutely, it's a responsibility. But some administrations, they failed woefully in that responsibility. Some of the responsibility of a government is to provide basically the basic needs, the basic infrastructure for its people. And when you lack capacity, you lack responsibility, you lack sensitivity to your people in responding to their needs, it means that you have failed. And they failed. They told Oyo State people that it is not doable. And Governor came, he did not do any magic. It's just a three process. What is the process? Science, logic, and data. That's all. That was what he applied. The three models that he applied. I said, look, what is the big deal in this? People are due for gratuities. People are due for allowances. How is it not possible? Is it that there is no money? Is it that the IGR of the state is too low? How do we increase it? And the government or the governor is not taxing people, double taxes and the likes like that. And he came up with different ideas. Today in Nigeria, Oyo State remains the only state who is not owing 1 naira on salary. Oyo State remain the only state who has the highest number of recruitments. Today in Nigeria, Oyo State remain the only state who is paying corps members the highest allowance. Last year, December 25th, last year December, corpers in Oyo State, first time in the history, had or collected 50,000 naira each as bonus for December. No state has done that. Some people who are due for conversion promotion, this government has done it. Some people who are due for their gratuity, retirees, the retirees, you could see how much the government has even increased from 3 billion to is it 10 billion now that they pay monthly to ensure that you don't have to negotiate with anybody or bribe anybody or tip anybody before you get to gratuity.
Let me ask you this: it is possible to pay salaries. And I said earlier that, yes, we commend the governor for doing that.
Absolutely.
He's done so well in the last few years. In fact, he paid 13th month,
absolutely,
which some governors also did in some states.
And leave bonuses.
And also did in some areas. Now, it is possible for him to do it. One of the governors that has failed to empower local governments is Governor Seyi Makinde. One of the states that has benefited from the windfall from the federal government since the removal of fuel subsidy is Oyo State, across all states. That has happened across all states.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, according to statements from Lagos State government, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and official sources, allocations to states increased by 62% between 2023 and 2024 under President Tinubu's fiscal reforms. Some government officials have also noted much larger increases, over 100% in total transfers observed through May 2025. But the widely reported and verifiable figure, most often cited from the recent 2-year period of approximately 62% growth. So, states have received more monies in the last few years, especially since the election, since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came to power.
Yeah.
Also, when this administration at the federal level came to power, there was a court judgment that said, look, let's give power to all local governments. Give them their allocations. It is general.
So, because
if you are saying, okay, yes, I'll mention Oyo State because you have hyped the governor to be the best governor in Nigeria.
But there's no state that has complied.
I do not have a problem.
Is there a state that has complied?
Now, the question is, if no state has complied, why not Oyo State? We call this state the pace setter state. Why not set the pace?
Oyo State
is so arguably doing the same thing every other governor is doing.
Now, we are pace setter state, right? And you know, the issue of...
he said it on camera, that the local government autonomy issue is a distraction. He said it. There are evidences for that. We can play that right now. Look, he said it on camera.
Mr. President himself knew, he knows what to do. He's playing a mind game and he's playing politics. They are see, Nigerians need not to be deceived. The media needs not to be deceived. The broadcast corporation not to be deceived. The online news media, they need not to be deceived. We need to have. See, there are things that government will say. There are secrecy in government that the government will not tell the media. Forget about that. And if I were some media, we know what is inside the constitution. We can just go and interpret it. We have sand in this country. We have people who believe in justice. Let them interpret what it is all about. The autonomy that we are talking about. Oh, if I didn't be, you are telling me now that one state or two states has complied. I will say, Oyo State, then we are at fault. What is not making Oyo State to comply is applicable to other states. We should challenge Mr. President to remove the lacuna in that constitution. Since the last time that Mr. President has spoken about the autonomy and the SDF, the money that they have been paying, why can't they pay to local government account?
Applying. So allocation still has to be paid either.
Is Oyo State a problem?
Now let's now do an X-ray. I'm coming. Let's do an X-ray of how much each local government received for November 2025.
For the states too.
Now, in about the Northeast, they got 700.35 million.
Have you verified that?
In terms of allocation.
Yeah.
And this information no one has disputed. This one I'm giving
Mr.
you
Samson,
right
look,
now.
Mr.
Even the governor has not disputed
know about what
that
they are talking.
it is not true.
Let us challenge Mr. President. We had a new year in this country, 2025, 2026. Mr. President did not address Nigerians. When the issue of 50 billion or 30 billion arised, presidency has not spoken. Oh, it's only their errand boy that spoke to Nigerians.
But your governor admitted.
The errand boy.
The governor admitted.
The errand boy spoke. My governor has not spoken about 50 billion or 30 billion.
Even the chief press secretary spoke about it.
The governor of Oyo State has not spoken. The federal government has not spoken. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu Giseva has not spoken.
But the CPS addressed it.
CPS is not the governor.
It doesn't work for the governor.
CPS
it doesn't work for this administration.
But
now you are disowning the chief press secretary.
I am not disowning the chief press secretary.
It's a big question. Are you disowning the chief press secretary?
So why did people not believe what Fauci has said?
The question is, Fauci said the governor.
How did Fauci got the documents?
He said they received 50 billion.
How did Fauci got the documents?
The question is,
he working as a villa?
It should be
is he a minister?
The documents at the White House, I mean, at the president's residence, definitely it belongs somewhere. And there is a freedom of information bill act that became a bill.
I am asking this information about allocation. There is a system that does this. When was the last time they tell Nigerians about how this allocation works or how it's being disbursed to every local government in Nigeria?
The fact that they have not announced how it works
means
the governor should sit on the fund and then distribute to them as peanuts.
I'm asking. The governor is not sitting on the fund.
I'm just saying
the government are working. I can take you around the state.
I can take you around the state to see the kilometer of roads that local government is doing. I can take you around the close to see the healthcare that is being done by local government. I can take you around the state to see the light up project that is being done at the grassroots level. I can take you around the state in the local government to see the security, how the local government are taking care of the security and education. Recently, a local government chairman in Negbeda, Agon chairman, Honorable Sikiru Soda, invested so much in education for about 50-something schools. He gave them about almost 60,000 books or thereabout. It's from local government money. It's not from the state money. But not this place that we are. Is it not Southwest? Are local government chairman happy? This station sits on. Are they not happy? Have they spoken to the media that they are not happy? Are they not happy? How many of them? Are they not working? How many of these local government chairmen can boldly address the press as it stands? Can we bring them to address Nigeria? We can bring them. We can interview them. We can inquire from them. We can ask them, okay, how much did you get this month? How did you use it? How many kilometers of roads have you done since you have been on these seats? How many people have you empowered as youths? How many widows have you empowered? Are they holding salary at the local government level? Primary schools, are they holding? They are not. Primary health care, are they holding? Are they not being equipped? Drugs, people, are they not there? Let us visit all these places and see whether it is there or not. That's why we can say, okay, you are not getting the allocation you're supposed to get. This Amotekun they are talking about, all these vehicles, the Amotekun stuff, is being handled by local governments. I can take you to a local government in Oyo State in Iwajowa that built a kilometer of about 30 or something like that, about 1.5 billion naira project. Local government in Oyo State, Iwajowa. I can take you there. Should we compare local government in Oyo State to that of Lagos? What is happening in Lagos? This is Oyo State. I only know about Oyo State. In terms of projects, you have been speaking about projects. We can. But do you know the budget of Lagos State is 1 trillion plus? Oyo State is just 800 and something billion naira. So you cannot compare. Even the IGR, you cannot compare. The budget you cannot compare. Land mass you cannot compare. Allocation you cannot compare. How many countries? How many industries are in Oyo State and Lagos State? We cannot compare. To compare even Rivers, Abuja, Imo,
Bayelsa and the like, you cannot compare. But for us in your state, Governor Makinde, the administration of local governments as well, they are doing their best.
Now,
you may say that they are not doing well. They are doing. They are better. Unless, but bring up a local government chairman here on this table, let him or her come and tell Nigerians or your state people that, oh, the governor is not giving them allocation, or the money they are giving them is not enough, or he's not doing anything. They will take you in this southwest. I can take you to places, of course, to places here that local governments have done roads, they have done light up, they have done visit their health cares here across
it's a conversation we're still going to have. You are coming back on this show and we are going to have this conversation.
I cannot wait.
But before we digress, we want to check and of course ask you this question. We have had the Omitutu 1.0.
Yes.
We're having the 2.0.
Yes.
And some are having the argument about 3.0. So does the governor have a secret weapon that he's not talking about yet? I want us to see this particular video where the governor passed through the APC secretariat. That was a few hours ago. And he kept waving at the APC secretariat. And someone was right beside him when he did that. Let's see that video and then have a conversation when we return. The show is still the Poliscope. Welcome back. The show is still the Poliscope on Dominion Television, your channel of choice. I still have with me Moyosore Lua Olamileko, popularly known as Ijoba Authority, one of Governor Seyi Makinde's strongest advocates. Now, you saw that particular video.
Absolutely.
We had several men beside Governor Seyi Makinde.
I was right in front of that vehicle.
Okay.
That line. I was jogging. What you actually said, what you observed, I observed it also. Because before the APC office was the newly built PDP, was actually pointing at, oh, that's our, and it's okay. I don't know if that, but I was jogging. I was rightly beside that place. But the truth of the matter is, Omitutu 3.0 is a done deal.
You are so sure.
Or your state people, they have assured Governor Makinde.
They have assured Governor Makinde.
We had what the echo was. Omitutu 3.0, Ajoma Sheni. What does that mean? The people that spoke, the echo that we had right now, wasn't Governor Makinde, was the people.
Now, the question is there a secret weapon Governor Seyi Makinde has put in place that nobody is saying? Now, seems to be something that is hiding somewhere.
What can you say about Biodun Adekombi? Governor Makinde, what can you say about Honorable Ajaja, who is the Secretary of the Advisory Council? What can you say about Senator Masula Sumano? What can you say about the Commissioner for Culture and Tourism, Honorable Wasiu Olatunbosun, and some other big wigs? They are not visible, that we are not seeing them. Look, for Governor Makinde, he believes in inclusivity, and he believes that even if you are a co-op party and you have something to offer the state, come on board, let's do it together. Why did President Bola Ahmed Tinubu brought Wike in? Wike is not part of them. But you chose him maybe by virtue of negotiation, by virtue of discussion or thereabouts. But for us in your state, I can tell you about five or six political parties are in this government running Omojito 1.0 and 2.0. And that is why I tell you that for Omojito 3.0, the only opposition that we have, the only opposition that Oyo State has, is APC. And that APC that you're talking about, they are for Oyo State. And that 3.0, we are doing it together. When I say together, if I don't not by election, we did it together. And you saw this, you saw the score.
They sabotaged their own party in favor of yours.
We did it together because it is about Oyo State. It is about Ibadan North. So Omojito 3.0 is about Oyo State. Like Governor Makinde we say that players will come and go, but Oyo State will remain. So Oyo State is our state. Oyo State is our home. Oyo State is our family house. Oyo State is our destination. If you travel all around the world, you are coming back to your state. So what we're going to do in 3.0 and this time around is about everybody coming on board. And for 2027 at presidential level, it is about Nigerians versus APC. Nigeria versus Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, not even political party. So for Oyo State, it's an inclusive election.
So the question is, are there no Nigerians who would vote for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Of course, even his family members will vote for him.
Are his voters coming from Cameroon or Egypt?
Like I said,
or Bolivia?
Like I said, people will vote for him for what he has done for them, directly or indirectly. Like I told you that, I said, the vote that brought him in here to what he's doing right now is minority vote. He's out there. You have the results. You know what happened. PDP, Labour Party, and APC. You know who won. Everybody knows who won. But what?
Right about now, how many sitting governors does your political party have?
Look, we are not bothered about who have left.
It's not about numbers. They no longer matter in the race to the 2027 election.
That is not disturbing us. What matters is the people had the determinant.
And who are the people? These are the same people that voted him in the last election.
Okay.
Are you saying they have suddenly changed their mind?
Have they moved with them as, okay, if you are saying they have moved, the problem that we are facing in Oyo State or that we are facing in Nigeria, has that problem moved? What is the problem? Poverty. What is the problem? Hunger. What is the problem? Power. What is the problem? Insecurity. What is the problem? Hoeing health workers, doctors, salaries. Has that moved?
This is a conversation that we are going to extend. Before now, we have had ASU strikes in the history of Nigeria. NMA has gone on strike. The labor unions, they have gone on strike even before the APC. It happened under the PDP. So what we are saying now is not new. Your party couldn't fix it, right? So it's still the same thing. I consider all political parties in Nigeria.
But they promised Nigerians they are going to fix it.
But you couldn't fix it when you were there. So why did your party fail?
We didn't fail.
So what happened?
You know,
you were still going through the process.
We were negotiating.
But you couldn't finish it before they came on board.
We did not fail. They came off with the propaganda. Oh, look, don't mind them. They are deceiving you.
Oh, you needed 30 years to fix Nigeria. But you were in the process.
How much did we hold them there? How much is APC holding them? We are supposed to talk about the margin. We are supposed to talk about the margin. What was the margin there in PDP and margin now? So, but the truth of the matter is, 2027, Nigerians versus Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
All right. I'll hold you by your word. Well, you'll still be back on this show some other time. We'll talk about why you said Nigerians versus Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you, Mr. Olua, for joining us on this show this evening.
My pleasure.
It has been a session with you. As Nigeria's political journey towards 2027 unfolds, one thing remains clear. Yes, the discipline of political institutions and the ability of parties to truly connect with the people they seek to lead. Tonight's conversation